Hey guys, this is Cthulthu and this is my bank. I'll be making two bank videos, a short version and a long version. This is the short version in which I will not be explaining too much, so I can keep the time down to a minimum. Straight away, first tab, 47 million cash and quite a lot in food. If you want to find out why, you'll be watching the long version of this video. If not, keep on watching. This tab comes out to 344.1 million. My next tab, my pots, herbs and seconds. Let's go to the top of the page. This tab comes out at 25.9 million, not including the untradable pots like the extremes and the overloads. The standout items being the 963 prayer pots and the 878 Saradomin brews. All pretty basic, all items that you're going to need at some point and that I like to keep. Then we got my anti-fires, super energy, anti-poison plus, anti-poisons for just general use, defense pots that I only ever use for things like Castle Wars where, you know, there's no harm in having that extra defense. My herbs, those are from Slayer, and Crushed Nest, those are also from Slayer against Ice Strikes. That's it for this tab. Then there's my miscellaneous gear tab, gear that I don't frequently use, or in some cases I don't use at all now, like these achievement capes. I don't want to throw them out. I need to find out how much they alch for so I can get rid of them and make a little money back. My PK gear that I don't use much, which is why there's not much there. In fact, it's pretty pathetic. But yeah, seeing as I don't PK, there's not really much reason to have a huge amount of sets. We have my free-to-play war gear, my Lavadragons banner. Every Lavadragon should have at least these 4 items, probably a bit more, like these Rune Gauntlets and Rune Berserker Shield. Every LD should have one of those. Yep. Junk tab. Well, no, not junk tab, but junk gear tab, I guess. Moving on to my next tab, one of my favourites, my teleports tab. I've always been proud of having almost any teleport that you need, because I can get around quickly. I love how I've laid out this tab. I've got my runes, all the main teleport items, staffs at the bottom, jewel rings, game necklaces, basically anything that you'd ever need to get around RuneScape as fast as possible. No obscure items like the lyre. The lyre being obviously a musical instrument that takes you south of Relica. Don't really need that anymore, so I got rid of it. That's because my house is in Relica. One thing that I am missing from this tab and that I hope to get very soon is the new tablets from the recent quest, Love Story, I think it's called. Tabs like Rimington tab, Relica tab, Yanil tab, all those. I really want those. I have to do the quest soon. So that's it for my my teleports tab. Yep, bananas there for the Apatola tab, teleport rather. Here is my junk tab, items that again I don't use frequently, but I will need at some point. Stuff that I never use or just want to collect, like Castle War tickets and Agility Arena tickets. All my Grigris, my effigies that I can't currently use. Stocks of items I need for the future, like Rune Thoraxes for Dagonoth Kings and Golden Scarabs for when I want to recharge my Pharaoh Scepter. Standout items being the pumpkin worth 107 million and the Poya meat being worth around 4 million probably. Moving on, we got my clues tab. This is going to become redundant very soon. Not the tab, but the items in it, because these are all obviously level 3 clue items, and with elite clues coming out, I'm going to need a whole new set of items, so most of this will be gone. I have firelights. I haven't been collecting these since they were released, but yeah, I've been collecting them for about a year now, quite a few of them. I have no use for them, no need for them, so after showing you these, which I've now done, I'm going to probably throw them away, because I'd value the bank space a lot more. Moving on to my next tab, My resources tab, now this is sort of new. Not the resources specifically, but the summon part of it. I used to have a tab specifically for summons, but I've removed that tab now because I wanted to use it for something else, which I'll show you right at the end. All these gems, bars, ores, they are all from Slayer within the last 16 days. Because 16 days ago, after our LD Slayer war, I decided to I decided to sell everything and start from scratch, and well, here it is so far now, 16 days. My charms, mostly from Corporal Beast, all the summons that I ever need, all the scrolls that I'll ever need, my rune crafting gear, which I probably will never need again, and when I get 99 rune crafting, these 4 pouches will be the first to go. I'll probably keep the Omni Tiara for when I need to use them for quests or whatever, because altars are usually involved in quests. Then we have my Slayer gear tab, basically sort of like the Slayer Dream tab that anyone might want. With the exception of probably the CLS, not the best Slayer weapon. It is a regret of mine. I wish I had got the rapier now, but that's because since Effigies came out, I've been slaying a lot more. Not just because I like it, but as a means to an end to get 99 RC and agility. So yeah, I wish I did have that rapier, and I will try and get it if they release more floors in Dungeoneering. Apart from that, all the normal Slayer gear, Kirill, Slayer helmet, Mage gear for ice strikes, rings for whatever task it is. Obviously my standout item, my Elysian Spirit Shield worth 500 million on the GE. I'm not going to be talking about street prices. Capes, my fire cape, my red cape, my cannon, my cannonballs. Got my Inferno ads here because that is now a Slayer item to me, because on my Dark Beast tab I can mine the rune ore, so, and that's the only time I ever mine now. My dragon boots, that's it, all normal stuff. Yep. No, okay, so now this is my last tab. This is a tab that I created yesterday that I've been building for the last 16 days, and yes, this is only from the last 16 days rather. Most of this stuff is Slayer drop. In fact, 99% of it is Slayer drops. Only the whip here. This is something that I bought and then coloured. One of the Staffs of Light was bought originally to do the Ice Strike task, and obviously the other 3 came as a result. And the last item that is a Slayer drop is the Adamant Arrow P++. That is obviously from Zamorak God Wars. I have loads of those because I always get them. I always manage to snipe them too, because I'm really unlucky like that. 3 left halves in the last 16 days. I've been getting those like mad. I got 2 within a day. In fact, all 4 of these whips came within a day as well. I'm not usually that lucky at Abyssal Demons. Yep, so everything else is pretty normal. Bones, hides, lots of rune drops as you'd expect, lots of key halves as you'd expect. I've been keeping the adamant drops, I've been keeping the junk drops that I can eventually get rid of, I don't know, by lending items. Seeds, talismans, I keep my talismans now. I wouldn't have done before, but they're worth quite a lot now with merchants. Always boosting the price. Logs, snakeskin, wyverns, something that I didn't used to kill, but I've started killing recently. Okay, so that is it. I'm going to quickly run down through the prices now, the value of the bank rather. My first tab, as I say, 344.1 million. My pots, herbs and seconds tab is worth 25.9 million. My miscellaneous gear is worth 2 million. My teleports tab is worth 25 million. My junk tab is worth 112 million. Obviously, mainly the pumpkin and also the Poya meat. My clues tab worth the least 700k. My resources tab worth 9.2 million. My Slayer gear tab worth 692.4 million. And finally, my Slayer drops tab. Now, this was the biggest surprise. Apparently, this is somehow worth 77.3 million. Now, I'm estimating 10 million of what is in this tab was not from Slayer, but that does still mean that 67 million was from Slayer, and I don't know if I've miscalculated this, though I doubt it. Somehow it is worth 67 million, all from Slayer drops, all from within 16 days, so that is quite amazing. Altogether, this bank comes out at 1,288,600,000. So basically 1.3 billion. That has been my bank video. This has been the short version. For a more detailed version, go watch my long version. That's it. Thank you for watching. I'm out.